Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today, I want to talk about data privacy and the $15 million fine that was leveled against OpenAI in Italy. So, Italian regulators have fined OpenAI $15 million, and this is related to two main issues. One having to do with OpenAI processing data of individuals without the appropriate legal basis established, and two, not having something in place around either age verification or making sure that certain content, this age appropriate or not, is not seen by certain people, minors, for example. I think this is an important case. When ChatGPT came out, actually, Italy was the first, actually, the only jurisdiction that I can recall that had made a big splash because they had banned ChatGPT for I think maybe a month or so when it first had come out, and then OpenAI made some changes to make sure that they can actually have um, ChatGPT in this particular region. So since then they've had it there, but this fine is actually significant in a couple ways. One, from OpenAI perspective, they felt that the fine is like not proportional. They felt that because of the low numbers of people that they have in Italy using the tool, they thought that the amount of the fine was like not proportional to the use and the potential harm. And then the second thing that I think is important, I think, and this is very important, I've talked about this quite a bit, and that is around the age of people who use tools, right? So they thought that OpenAI didn't have an appropriate either age mechanism of some sort, whether that be a verification mechanism or some way to differentiate certain content between different age audiences. So, what we're seeing on the international scene in different jurisdictions, we're seeing jurisdictions not be happy with companies just having maybe a check mark and saying, "Oh, I'm over 13," and then they show them anything. We're seeing more stratification between especially content of children between 13 and 18. So, content of children between 13 and 18 may be different than that of people over 18. So, companies that don't have some answer to that, maybe a bifurcated way to serve content or some type of differentiation between certain ages and what they're doing and what they're seeing. I think this is going to be a feature that we're going to see a lot more of in the future. And this is something that companies traditionally had not ever had to do, right? So in the past, if someone said, I'm 13, I'm, over 13, they check the box and then they can do whatever. And so we're seeing more jurisdictions being concerned about the age of a person and also what mechanisms that companies have in place to either differentiate content, the types of content that a younger person will see versus an adult, and then perhaps some type of verification mechanism. In Australia, actually, with their ban of children 16 and under for social media. They are very unique in that they said that companies cannot use government issued IDs as part of that verification process. So I think what we're going to see is a lot more creative ways that companies are trying to do this verification, whether that be some type of biometric thing, actual knowledge. So maybe actual information based on the content or the activities of a person on a platform that maybe give some indication that maybe they're not of age or something. But it's definitely a hard problem, especially between the ages of 13 and 18. So like, how would you distinguish or differentiate, for example, someone who's 14 versus 16? So that is definitely a hard problem, but it remains to be seen how this particular thing will play out. I know that OpenAI is is challenging this particular fine, and I know that this will play out probably in court for many years. But I'm interested to see if other jurisdictions in Europe, especially, follow along and also find AI or OpenAI or other companies in the same vein. That's it. Thank you.